So this video outlines how to transfer bacterial culture from a broth and inoculate a deep. Now the tool I'm going to use here is a needle, and you use a needle when you are going into a deep because you need to actually stab into the agar medium. So I've got my starting culture here, and I just want to point out the labeling before I begin. I've got my name, I've got the name of the medium, I've got the date and the organism name, and I'm going to have that same type of labeling that you see over here on my uninoculated medium. So you want to keep that labeling consistent so you know what organism you've got in there, what type of medium you're using. Okay, so I'm going to pick up my broth. Now, often with broths, the organism settles into the bottom in a sediment during storage and incubation. So I just want to do a little flick, or a tap is okay, just enough so that I turn the sediment up and I kind of get that cloudiness moving through the broth, so I know the bacteria is getting mixed in. But I don't want to do it so vigorously that I actually am splashing it up into the lid. So kind of find a way to mix that with the tapping or the flicking without splashing it up into the lid. Never want to invert the two, because that certainly would get the broth into the lid. So I'm going to take off the lid and I'm going to lay it face down onto a clean Kim wipe. And then I'm going to go ahead now and pick up my deep. Do the same thing. I'm going to remove the lid, place it face down on the Kim wipe. Know which lid is going to go to which tube, so find a way to keep track of that. Now I'm starting with my sterile needle here. I'm going to go down into the broth. Okay. Pick that up and transfer that over to the deep. I'm going to go ahead, normally you'd be holding all this, I'm going to just move this so you can see a little bit better. As I go down into the deep, I want to go about half to 3/4 of the way down. You never want to go all the way down into the bottom. Try to make it as straight as you can, pull that needle back out, and I'm going to replace my lid, replace my other lid, and then I would go and sterilize this needle. And that is how you transfer culture from a broth to a deep.